I'm here to tell you that, your future is important, especially as a man. The future is important. I'm not saying women's future are not important, but you are graded on a scale of how well you can see into the future. That's what you are. How good can you produce in this society? How great can you be? That's what you're graded on. And if you're one of those guys that just crash out and do whatever you want, whenever you want, you're going to be seen as a YNs. You're just going to be seen as somebody that's just there. You're just taking up space. All right. You as a man, it is very important that you have foresight. A man's foresight is very important. We cannot just wake up and do things. You feel me? You cannot just do things just because you feel like it. As the oldest child, I grew up taking care of my brother and my sister. So I looked out for them. And when me and my little brother was left in the islands while my little sister came here in America, you know, at a young age, I had to learn what it meant to be a man. I had to learn how to see into the future. I had to learn that, okay, I can't just do anything I want whenever I wanted to. And that was a quick growing experience for me. It wasn't something that was easy. I was like 6 years old at the time. And we were there for like 2, 3 years. And during those 2, 3 years, it was just hell. Everything was on me as the big brother to look after my little brother. Everything that happened, it was on me. It was just a crazy time. Looking back at it now, I can say that I'm grateful that it happened. Most people would say, "Oh, you grew up too fast. You had to take on so much responsibilities." Yeah, I agree. I did. I had to pick up way too many things at too early age, but I'm grateful for who I am today. It made me the man I am today. Now I look into the future. I think about the future, and it's a tricky slope between being present and also being able to think about what's going to happen next. Okay. I know in my channel sometimes I preach about, you got to be present. You got to be present. You can be present. Okay. You can be present, but still think about what's going to happen next. In order for you to truly know what's going to happen next, you have to be present. A lot of men these days, they're not present, which is why they cannot see into the future, which is why they cannot have that foresight. The gift of foresight is because they're not present. When you're present, you're able to see what is going to happen before it happens. For example, if you're in a heated argument and you're truly present, you're truly present, you're truly listening to what the other person is saying, instead of spazzing out and trying to do something that you shouldn't have been doing, you're going to restrain, you're going to think about what's going to happen next and fix yourself. Being present allows you to digest information in real time. A lot of the time when we crash out or we do something that we're not supposed to be doing, the only reason that happens is because we were not truly present. We were not truly paying attention to our environment or the things that were happening in that environment. And what we do is sometimes we start thinking about, oh, what if this person sees me this way? Or what if that person sees me that way? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? You start taking things as disrespect. You start thinking about what ifs. You're in the moment. Yes, you're living out the moment, but you're mentally not there. You're already planning your next move. And sometimes you dig too deep and now you're spazzing out. Now you're doing things that you're not supposed to do. That's what I mean when I say you got to be present, because being present helps you have a better foresight. And like I said, as a man, that is very, very important. When I finally got to the States, I saw my dad. My dad to me, right, to this day, always will forever be one of the greatest men I know. The man is patient, the man is kind, the man is strategic, very, very strategic. I'm telling you, my dad is a strategic man, and you don't really see that a lot these days. Or if you are strategic, they try to make it seem like you're a bad person. Oh, this person is narcissistic. This person only cares about themselves. This person is manipulative. Oh, we are all a little bit narcissistic. You know, if you want to be strategic, if you want to have foresight, you have to be a little narcissistic. You have to be a little into yourself. And you just got to find ways to be humble about it. You got to find ways to tone it down, not make yourself intoxicating to others. Anyways, my dad, right? The thing is, every time, it always seemed like he knew what was going to happen before it happened. Let's say it's school time. You know, we're going to school in the morning. Randomly, he'll tell us, hey, get umbrellas. It's going to rain. You know, when I was young, I'm thinking, okay, cool. We got umbrellas. We got umbrellas. It's not raining yet. Okay. Then he come get us. And guess what? It's raining. And I just wonder, how does this man know it's going to rain? All right. Obviously, you can look at YouTube. You can look at videos or whatever, the weather, and find out what the weather is going to be like. And, you know, I had an idea that you can do that, but who actually goes out and look at the weather? All right. So that's basic. That's just the basic thing. Our finances as growing up, he'll always be like 5 steps ahead, always knowing that this and that is going to happen, and when it's going to happen, and how he's going to make sure that we stay on the right track as a family so we don't get burned out and turn against each other. The man was the glue that kept the family together and still is to this day. The man is a stone, okay? He always seemed to know what was going to happen. You ask him, what's today's date? He knows what today's date is. And I know all of this sounds so simple to you guys, but the basics help you build a stronger foundation. How many times have you asked somebody, what's today's date? And they just don't know? How many times have you seen somebody running in the rain because they didn't get an umbrella to be prepared? How many times have you seen that? You know, you saw that plenty of time because people overlook the basics. The basics will help you in life. The basics is what build a stronger foresight. You start off slow. Start knowing what today's date is. You know, what's today's date? Somebody asks you what's today's date. You should be able to tell them, you know, because when you're able to tell somebody what's today's date, it shows that you're intentional about your day. It shows that you have a plan for your day. Some people don't even know what month it is. You know what I mean? Because they're stuck in the cycle of doing the same thing over and over again. They're not even tuned in to reality anymore. They're not even tuned in to what's really going on around them. So when you're able to stand out and be that person that just can automatically say, oh, today's that day, today's this day, you know, people are going to respect you for that. People are going to be like, okay, cool. Even though it's basic, even though it's simple, people are going to see you as somebody that's intentional. When you're that one person in your squad, when you come to work, that don't come in wet from the rain because you knew it was going to rain, so you were prepared. When you're that one person, people will respect you for that. And that's all facts. The basics will help build a stronger foundation. When you don't have foresight as a man, you are seen as just taking up space. It is not good to be taking up space. It is not good to just be living your life, taking it day by day. I always hear that, you know, take it day by day. Yes, take it day by day. Remember, we spoke about that, the whole being in the present and the moment thing, so that way you can see what you're about to do next. Yes, that's cool. But when people say take it day by day, sometimes what they mean is like, oh, don't worry about tomorrow. Don't do this. Don't really stress yourself out about this and that. I'm not saying stress yourself out, but yes, sometimes you need to worry about tomorrow. Sometimes you need to not take it day by day. You need to figure out, okay, tomorrow this might happen. Okay, I need to go to sleep early for this because traffic is going to be heavy at this time and that time in the morning. So I'm going to do this and that right now. Sometimes you need to not take it day by day. All right, forget taking it day by day. Sometimes you just need to plan. You need to have a foresight. You need to have a vision. A man without a vision is nothing. And to be honest, I can even expand that towards women too, but I feel like majority of my audience are men, so I'm speaking to you guys. Without a vision, you're nothing. You're just an animal. We're all animals, but we have higher intellects. We got to figure it out today. Sometimes we got to figure out 2 days in advance. You got to figure out that rent money 10 days in advance. You need to work thinking, okay, I need to pick up this extra shift because I know rent is coming up. You don't want to be that guy that's late for rent because you decided you weren't going to pick up an extra overtime. All right. You don't want to be that guy. Having that foresight, having that 2020 vision is crucial to your development as a man. It's crucial to being respected in society. And that's something I've been trying to teach my little brother, you know, being able to just think, being able to see into the future because you're going to have people that depend on you. What are you going to do when you have people that depends on you and they're looking at you, they're looking up to you to make the decisions, they're looking at you to do certain things, and you're here stuck. You don't know what to do. That's a big reason why I say I'm glad that I had that many responsibilities on me as a child. I'm cool with it because it made me who I am today. So be a man of foresight. Don't be a YN.